What am I doing? Oh, eyeliner. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do my favorite summer bronzy glowy makeup tutorial during golden hour while I still have the golden to work with. AKA the sun is setting in like an hour, but I think that's enough time to walk you through my favorite makeup tutorial. Yeah, I probably have a little less than an hour of some like golden hour left. So I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible, step by step, so that you can see, because I also usually do my makeup in my natural light in front of my windows anyway, so this will be a pretty accurate makeup tutorial on how I like to do my makeup, especially now that it's warm and I have a little tan. It's nice and bronzy and glowy, and it is absolutely perfect. So with that being said, we're gonna get started. So this is what I'm starting with. I have no makeup on. This is just my skincare. But first things first, I'm going to go in with these two products. This is the Say bronze drops, and then I mix it with the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. Ooh, goodness. I personally am not the biggest fan of foundation. I don't even think I own a foundation right now. So I just prefer to mix these two to give me a nice, even, glowy base that's not super heavy. And I really like how these blend into my skin. And I take this mini kabuki brush and I start blending it in. And I always take my products down to my neck. Then I like to continue with the rest of my face makeup. So going in with my Joan Rhodes Miracle Balm. This is the mini one that I have in bronze. Obviously, she's like super loved. I take my brush, dab her in there, and she goes all over my cheeks, my nose, my forehead, and temples, everywhere that the sun naturally hits. And I smile. I smile to see like exactly where my cheeks are. And I do really like to bring these products kind of like right under my eye here, just because that to me looks a little more like I was in the sun all day, like it got like right under, like the sun hit me right here. So I like a little more product there. Okay, once I'm satisfied with that, I then go in with my blush. I saw someone on TikTok, I don't remember who it was, that said that they put powder down before their cream blush. And ever since I started doing that, I love it even more. So first I take my Hourglass blush. Oh, this is rubbed off. Well, it's in like the pinky, a very pink, bright pink blush, which is not something I usually go for. I usually go for like the deeper reds, the ones that make you look a little more like, sun-kissed kind of thing. But I actually really, really like this light pink blush. So I go in with this. And I go right over my cheeks here into my temples and start there. This is definitely very buildable, so I go over it a few times. Ooh, not the hair. And again, I like to take this right under my eyes almost and into the temples. I've always liked blush, so I'm not afraid to bring it like really into the center of my face here. Ta-da! And then I take my cream blush. This is my Too Faced. This thing is ancient. They don't even make them anymore. And I'm kind of sad about that, so I use her a little sparingly. Anyway, so this is like a deeper red that I, mentioned earlier that I prefer to usually have. So I take this, and this is very pigmented, so I just lightly go over where I put that powder blush first. And then I never forget my nose, personally. I think a rosy bronzy nose is adorable, especially for the summer, which we are almost in. And then I'm going back in with that bronzer brush, and I'm just going to kind of blend these couple products together on my cheeks and temples and forehead. Now it's time for concealer. I bought this House Labs concealer last year and I absolutely love it. I only use a little bit at a time, but this is in 21 light, medium, neutral. I did think about getting a second one of these that was a little bit of a darker shade for the summer months. Still debating on that. I'm not sure because this still works perfectly fine. And I just take my concealer brush. I literally only use like a little bit like this. I don't even fully like put it on my face, though I do like the applicator. So I just take my brush and I just hit the sides of the wand here. And I'm just going to conceal all the places that I just want to be a little lighter. So for me, that's around my nose. Just a little bit on my chin. And then I'm a big believer in like what I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So I'm going to hit the other side of my chin. I really like to do right here and like kind of sculpt out my brows even though they're not done yet because I just like the way it looks when it's all finished and put together. So I go here and then like just at the base of my brow. Just makes it look very clean like once all my makeup is put on and everything's finished. I don't really take concealer into the center of my forehead, but I will take my concealer a little bit under my eye here. I primarily keep this concealer under my eye, but I will blend the edges out along like the center of my face right here. And then whatever's left, I just lightly take to the outer side. Oh, I just take to the edge of my eye, not the outer side. I don't know what I'm saying. And I repeat on this side. So I don't know if you'll be able to see this like on camera and in the video. I do have a blemish right here on my temple, but because I have so much bronzer and blush, I'm not going to bother to try and cover it with concealer because I feel like it's just going to clash with the other colors I have going on in that region. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna let her be. I'm gonna let her be. She wants to be there. She can stay. Then after that, I will take my fingers and I will lightly blend out my under eye concealer just to give it a little more of a natural finish. Kind of just like that. And now it's time to move on to the powders of my face. So first, my lovely Marc Jacobs bronzer. This thing is ancient as well, right? Bronzer goes on the forehead, temples and cheeks, and then my neck, of course. To help melt everything together, I am going to do my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Setting Spray. I just feel this helps kind of melt everything together that I just put on my face because I don't really do powder until the very end. I do my eyebrows. This is my Benefit Goof Proof Eyebrow Pencil in 3.5. This is my personal favorite eyebrow pencil. Ooh. But then again, I haven't really tried too many over the years. Does anyone remember how iconic Benefit was like way back in the day? Like they used to absolutely run the makeup scene. Like Benefit had the Hoola bronzer, the Professional. They they still have all those products. But I just feel like during maybe like 2016, 2017, like that was absolutely it. I remember like the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and then Benefit, just everyone loves this bronzer. Which you know what? I actually never even tried once. What a shame. Because I loved my bronzers, clearly. I just do a little fill on the bottom of my brows on both sides. Now there's like a random cloud over the sun. Let me see if I can just get like a little bit more light. Once my brows are completed, obviously my Anastasia Brow Freeze, my favorite. She's almost done, but I do have a one in the queue. Okay, and now it's time for eye makeup, which is the fun part. In the summer, I like to channel my like early 2000s Victoria's Secret Angelic sparkly eye, eyeliner kind of vibe, so that's what I'm gonna do. But I think tonight I want my whole eye to be shimmery, and I'm gonna show you how I do that. So I like to go in with my matte eyeshadow first. So I'm using my Tartelette and Bloom, and I have two light shades right here. I'm gonna take these two, and I'm gonna put this at the front and center of my eye. I'm gonna take my bronzer again, dab my eyeshadow brush in there, and this is gonna go in my crease and like outer corner of my eye. This is not an original idea here. And if you didn't know that bronzer makes the best eyeshadow, then I just put you on. You're welcome. And now it's time for some glitter. So I'm taking my Dior Backstage highlight palette. I'm gonna take the champagne color and the pearl, and that's gonna go where the lighter eyeshadow went. And I like to put in my inner corner as well. It's so funny because in middle school, I absolutely loved watching makeup tutorials. Like, I loved Tati, I loved Patrick Starr, even Manny. I watched them all. I could just sit and watch these creators for hours because I always just loved how they just had so much makeup to try. I loved watching the reviews of stuff, even though I was never gonna buy it. I was in middle school, I didn't have the money to buy new makeup, but I loved watching other people review it. And now here I am, making my own makeup tutorials. I certainly don't have the professional setup that those makeup artists did, but there is one video in my mind that just sticks out that I watched over and over and over again because I use for inspiration for so many of my makeup looks. I loved watching, I think his name is Scott Barnes, doing Tati's makeup. Their original video together, I watched on repeat. I thought he just did the most beautiful look on her ever. And I was just so intrigued on how a professional makeup artist did someone's makeup. I loved it. I couldn't get enough of it. After that, it's been like a life dream of mine to have someone do, like a professional makeup artist do my makeup, because I just want to see what they would do on my face. You know, like how do they look at my eyes and what do they think would look best for my eyes and my skin tone and what would work better. And I would just love to have that happen. I feel like it would be so fun to let someone do whatever they want, even in the sense that I don't really use foundation, but I'm sure like if I had somewhere to go that I needed to wear it, like I would have loved to see like what a professional makeup artist would do with my face. Anyway, I'm gonna take this dark brown eyeshadow, and this is gonna go where my dark eyeshadow went. Oh. Literally die. Literally die. I just killed an ant. I'm not talking to you guys. With whatever's left, like glitter-wise on my brush, I'm just gonna put here down my nose, on the tip, and then on my brow bone. And then I love having like a glitter undertone when I do my lips. Like just makes them shine. I don't know that it really makes a difference, but in my mind it does, so whatever's left, I just, on my Cupid's bow. And then just down there. What am I doing? Oh, eyeliner. All right, eyeliner, angle brush, same makeup palette. And I use the two dark shades, obviously. Good start. No, it's not. I lied. I lied. Actually, don't listen to me. Something I like to do when my wing is just kind of like eh, I'll take my fingernail and just lightly drag it out so it's just a little bit more, I don't even know, seamless. Does it even look a little more seamless? Kind of. Yeah, let's go with that. Anyway, yeah, I drag it out with my finger so it just doesn't look as heinous, I guess. The good thing about eyeliner though is that mascara usually covers it up. At least that's what I tell myself. See, they don't have to be even. I believe that two wings have never looked alike in my entire life. And I'm okay with that. Now, if I'm feeling really fancy and I'm going out with the girls, I need to look extra good, I will go in with the eyeliner here because it makes my eyes a little more like foxy, catty. I'm not even foxy, catty. I don't know. Is that cat eye or fox eye? I'm not sure, but it makes my eyes a little more snatched. I think I'll do that just to show you guys. And I just love how it like subtly accentuates my eye. See how that just accentuates my eyes just like a tiny bit? But it's not super heavy eye makeup. At least I don't think it is. And now that that's done, I'm going to set my face again. This time I like to use the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. And this is where I do my powder. I do my mascara very last because I need my lashes to be as curled and voluptuous as possible. And I only do that like at the very end before I'm about to leave. So it's time to set my face. Laura Mercier powder in translucent. Little makeup puff. I have like a couple of these. I don't think it matters which one you use. And this powder, certainly going in the center of my face. I set my face anywhere that I put concealer. And anywhere that just looks really shiny, I guess. Forehead's tricky though because I don't want it to be super matte. Like I still like there to be like a natural glow. I make sure I get it right up to my wing as well. Okay, so like I said, I like to do mascara last, so we're gonna do my lips next. Ta-da! This is my Jones Road lip liner. Yes, I do have another one waiting, but there's still product left in here. I do not waste. At least I don't, like, at least I try my best not to waste. Can you tell I'm a big fan of Jones Road? If you don't know, Jones Road is actually Bobbi Brown's makeup line. And if you don't know Bobbi Brown, she is your favorite makeup artist's favorite makeup artist. Like, she's just absolutely iconic and she's been around forever, obviously. And I obviously love her products. Again, not sponsored. Nothing in here is sponsored. I feel I just want to make that clear that none of these brands pay me. These are all products that I spend my own money on and that I love. So anyway, we're gonna line these lippies. She's still cooking. And then I usually take one of these glosses. They're both kind of down to the brim. These are the Maybelline Lifter glosses. They're super sparkly and I really like them. I'm personally a gloss girl. But in the spirit of a glowy, sparkly makeup tutorial, I'm going to use my sparkly lip gloss. All right, and now it's time for mascara. And then I think that's it. Oh, look at the bluebird. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. It's blackbird, not bluebird. What am I doing? Anyway, Lash Paradise, waterproof L'Oreal. It's rubbed off. This thing is on its last leg. I have another one that I'm almost ready to use. But see how my lashes look without mascara on them because I curled them? Needed that. If you have any really good mascara recommendations, just leave it in the comments because I would love to try them. Well, and there we have it, I guess. This completes my favorite summertime glowy, bronzy makeup look because I still have a nice glow and shine without feeling too cakey and heavy, which I personally don't like. Right, still got a nice glow when I turn my head. Ta-da! And then I just love having super glittery eyes. I feel it's super fun and just pretty. I don't know, I like it. And because of the way that I layer my products, my setting sprays, and my powders, this stays all night. I will have a full face of makeup on all night. However, I will say I bring my lip gloss with me wherever I go because I feel it's inevitable that's gonna come off one way or another. So I do always have my lip liner and lip gloss on me. Just for touch-ups, you know, sometimes a girl needs a little touch-up. And that's gonna conclude today's video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any great product recommendations or you recreate this, definitely let me know in the comments. I would love to hear recommendations and I would love to see you recreate this because I think that this can be flattering on pretty much everyone. And as always, I hope you have a day that's as fabulous as you are. And I'll see you in my next video.